Hello. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasure. You'll come to know that I do this all the time. I always forget to put it on. I don't know why. Ah, there we go. So much better. Okay. Welcome to my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If this is the first time that you've stumbled across one of my videos in the corner of the World Wide Web known as YouTube, thanks for taking a chance and clicking on my video. I hope that you find it informative and entertaining enough that you will want to subscribe and change your notification bell to all so that you never miss the release of one of my videos in the future. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for your continued support. It's because of you that I'm still doing this, because otherwise it would just be me sitting here talking to myself, even though that's exactly what I'm doing, but it's okay. Well, I'm talking, you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, in video one of the January 2026, oh no, did I forget? Okay, are we gonna laugh at me? Oh no, I did it right. Woo! I was like, I hope I have that right. Anyways, the January 2026 Dollar Bead Box / Dollar Bead Bag. I get both. And we did a bracelet, just one bracelet. We unboxed it, and then I did a bracelet, and then I started playing around with it, and the other video was already at like an hour and 10 minutes. And so I wanted to keep that short. That way people can like watch it during their lunch break or whatever, put it in double speed, whatever it is you have to do to get it through. So then I started playing around. So I ended the video early, sorry. And then I started playing around the beads on my mat that are from the box. So where the heck is the bracelet that I just made? Are you kidding me right now? Did it fall? Oh, it's on my bracelet mandrel. Okay, and this lands right at 6 3/4. And you'll see I use, well, I'll just take you down to the mat. It's a much better angle to view that with. So, I just did the 5 little daisies across the top and then alternated between the 3 and 4 millimeter with some bronze spacer beads and a gold 18 karat gold plated spacer that's like 2.5 inches. Those are the ones that are in the middle of all this. And then again, of course, the class and jump rings are also heavily gold plated 18 karat. So there's 5 of these. And when I got into here, on the sides and everything, it went bronze seed bead, gold ball, bronze seed bead. When I got here, I flipped it and did gold, bronze seed bead, gold. See? Different. Okay, so I did all that, and I was like, okay, what do we do next? Because I swapped out the beads on this. Originally, I started making it with these really dark green beads, which I think I'm still going to use because I kind of like the drucks with them. And once we get this necklace made, we will need some stuff to stack away. So this will be stackable, and we will be back to that in just a second. So this is what I figured out. I got some of these stainless steel ginkgo leaf, and I love it. I truly feel like you could do it that way or that way, and it would be just beautiful. Most people would probably prefer this way, but yeah. Okay, so what I did, these were not in the box. These are from my stash. This was like a one-off 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 6 millimeter, and they were all in one box. I wish you would do that more often, or Dollar Bead Box. I would be very happy if you did. And I don't think I'm the only one. But basically, all we're doing is we're going from 3 to 4, 4 to 6, with the gold spacer beads in between, and then we go bicone, spacer, druck, spacer, bicone, and then we're going to go back the opposite. So the next time we do this, we'll be going from smallest to biggest, and it just gives it a little bit of layer. I don't plan on beading this entire necklace, or unless it ends up being kind of short. So we did this, so now we need to go and get some more of the spacers. Those are all bronze. Is there no more on them in that? No, there still are. Okay. I like to do what I call shopping my stash when I'm getting close to it. Okay, so since we flipped these, should we also flip this and instead do oh, I don't know if that's gonna look good. It kind of blends in way too much to the terracotta. Nope, 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 nope. I don't always know what I'm gonna like, but I almost always know what I don't like. So, will you please go in? Thank you. Oh, oops. See what happened when I pulled the druck off for... No. I had it correct. It's just backwards, so it threw me off. I was like, wait, that's not the order it's supposed to go in, but it actually is. So we will probably do a total of 3 repeats. And then, oh, I forgot to put, why do I keep forgetting to put the druck on this? No. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm good. It is a little bit later in the evening. Trying to get these out so that you guys will get them in a more timely fashion than when I'm just like... I always feel weird about using them on like unboxing videos that I do rather than doing them as their own video. Or, yeah, I feel like, well, it's not going to come up as easily if it's on my morning show that has my name attached to it. So it's just a pain. Let's see how many of these bicones there were. There's 25. I've already used 4. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm thinking that I want to go back out to the small, beat up the other side, and see what I'm thinking. On the other video, I did say it would be kind of cool if we could, like, use the same pattern and, like, completely swap it up, though, using different colored, different type, whatever. I do have another one of the ginkgo leaves, so I can make it an exact match. I'm not, I don't want the exact same. I want to try something new. So, let's see. We need to go little spacer bead. I'm gonna lose my pattern because I'm chit-chatting. I'm gonna get upset. So, like I said, all I'm gonna do is sit here, and of course, if I'm on camera, I can't string save my life. All I'm gonna do is finish this repeat, and then I will turn around. I will do the other side, and then I will be right back with you guys. And I'm excited about this. That looks so pretty. So pretty. I love it. Wait, do we go? Okay, yes, we're good. All right, ladies, I will be right back with you. Okay, hello. I have the pattern complete. There was a little change to it. So let me bring it up here so you can see it best. So it literally goes smallest to biggest, but on the biggest, I did put some gold bead caps, the little flower ones, and they look really nice. And then I did bicone, druck, bicone, and then went the other way. So we started with little, went to big. The next time we go from big to little. The next time it goes from little to big, and the last time from big to little. So obviously, sorry, so they just blew up my face. Obviously, this is totally preference based. I really like it. I really like the ginkgo leaf. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, it's gonna need a good, I don't know, 3 inches of chain on it. So am I gonna make my own, or there's chain on both sides, so yeah, I've made my own chain before. I just don't know if I'm up for that tonight. So I mean, it wouldn't take me long. All I'm gonna do is grab some larger jump rings, make sure they're all closed properly, and then I will use larger ones just to keep it going. So let me show you what I mean by that. If you should know what I mean. Do I want to do these, or do I want to do the tinky tops? Here, let me see what the tinky top looks like with the 2.5 millimeter spacer bead, or I'm sorry, jump ring is. Is that it? Yes. At least the twos are completely closed off. Like there's nothing there. If you try to come to the party late, the guest book has been signed and closed. Oh, I guess I should put 2 of those on there if I'm going to be doing this. Do I need to put 2? Is 1 enough? Oh, 2 is so that I can go. Duh. It's so that the next links can fit on. That's what it is. Okay. So let's just see how that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna be making chain. I will not keep you around here for that. Probably gonna pop on a video of somebody else's and work on this chain. And when I finish, I will bring you back to show you what it looks like. It's gonna be itty bitty. So I will be back. Okay, we're back. The necklace is finished. I started making it really way too complicated. And then I completely changed my mind and I just said, keep it simple, sister, right? The kiss method. So I just used these 4 millimeter, and that's the inner diameter, not the outer diameter. Jump rings, as well as the itty bitty oval tinky dots that I got from Randy that I like. So there's the chain. Here's the rest of the necklace. It is now, let me measure it. Mm, 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 mm. So 6 to there, and then 5. So 22 inches. Obviously, you could clasp anywhere on one side. because it's chain, I did go with an oversized ring at the back because I just love it. And then I was like, why don't I use those and chain designs more often? So look forward to that. I'm really happy with it. I really still believe that it can be worn either way. I think it's beautiful. So now that was easy peasy to clean up. See, no, you can't see. All of my jars are still open. Well, most of them are, and up at the top of my mat. But the only thing causing my mat issues is this glue right here. That is getting swapped out soon as Steve gets home so that we can figure out the best way to do it. Because if you remember, your girl nailed a nail into the top of the desk through this fabric, and the fabric underneath it, which I want to leave it there for macrame. So don't get me wrong, but I want to leave it there for macrame. It's just kind of a, I don't know why I'm rolling this up. It's just kind of a thing, you know? Okay, so next I want to go on, and I think that I'm going to move on to a men's design. And could this be a women's design? Absolutely. So I will say a masculine design. Now, I'm still really, really wanting to be able to turn these bellflowers into bicones. Unfortunately, there are, I think, only 8 of them. But look, isn't that such a cool bicone? And like the embellish part automatically went in to the dip between the embellishment on the other one. And I love it. Only problem is that I don't know if it would be better to glue this and then take it off of the head pin or the eye pin, or wait and use it in a design where I can use it as a link. So I'm trying to figure that out. I feel like it could have been like a really chunky, I don't know, I might have to just do it. Because I don't find that to be like overly feminine in any way. I don't know. I just think it looks cool. It looks like a chunky bicone. And I have enough to make 4, although I thought that there were 10 of them in the box. Let's see. Was I incorrect? Nope, there were only 8 pieces. So see, so 4 would be perfect if we were doing a men's design and putting like popping these tiger eye in between them. See, look, it will get separated and then watch it like flips and slides right into place. You also know your girl is not about simple loops, so that's also going to be a bit of a struggle. I probably will, even though it's not that way on the other side, I will go ahead and wrap it once. I just want it to stay good and tight, so I might have to wrap it more than once because I really want it to stay. Okay. Nope, it's going good. I put on the other side. Okay. Tuck that end in. Like this. So they're facing the same way. Okay, now where are the rest? Oh, they're right here. I'm like, where are my other? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. If Steve were here, I would ask him, like, would you wear a bracelet that has like beaded section, like where they're connected or not. He would most likely say yes, but I could be wrong. But I don't know. He could think they're really cool too. So this is likely only a conundrum to me, but conundrum it is. Okay, pop it up and around, go around. There we go. There's the second one. Oh, these are going to be so cool. I want to use these in men's design. I might I might be too chicken to do it. So if so, this may not be a men's design. Because these are really cool and I really want to use them. And I think that they could look, they're very 70s to me, like the tortoise shell, like faux look on these. And then the like stripes on these beads with the tiger eye. Now, if I made this, and even if I make it a women's design, these would become accent beads. But I would, hey, please stop. My dog's scratching on the tile. It's like my pet peeve. The noise just gets me. Okay. These would become an accent bead. And I would more than likely take them out all together. Oh my goodness, Quinn, please stop. I don't know why she does it. It drives me crazy. I'm about to get up and go close the door so I don't gotta listen to it. But anyways, I don't think that the scale of these fits. If I had just, even if I had just wanted to stick to something like this and just use these, which now that they're put up, I might do, with like just a little gold bead in between each one of these. And then do like a gold chain around the back or use leather. That could be really cool too. I'm pretty, my bargain bead box is supposed to be here tomorrow. Finally, I feel like I'm in one of the last batches that get mailed or something. I don't know how that all works when you're mailing out. I'm sure they mail out thousands. But so I don't know if they like have to follow a schedule and can't just drop ship them all at once. I don't know. Okay, so those bicones are made. They're so cool. Going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I'm gonna keep them like this. I think they're really cool looking. I love repurposing things from other things or like that are not the way they were intended to be used. I think that it's really fun. Hold on 2 seconds while I go and close this door because I cannot stand the scratchity scratchity noise on the tile. So we will just close the door so I don't have to hear it. Perfect right? And if you think my voice sounds like gravelly and stuff, it's because it's 3:30 in the morning. I can't go to sleep. I tried between the end of video 1 and when I started doing this. I finished doing the chain on this and I went and laid down for another hour and just could not go to sleep. I wasn't watching videos, nothing. I was just laying in bed. And it was only making it worse. So of course, this is my therapy. So I came in to work on this. So now I just need to decide what size. I'm going to keep this immense design. I think it's killer. I have plenty of 6mm. I know that there was one. I know that there's a smaller stack of this size. But did it show? Yeah. So I have some gorgeous grade A tiger eye and 6mm that came from the Christmas box that Randy at Thunder Horse Descendants put out. I also have this bronze eye and this really killer. See, now I'm like, no, this needs to be a necklace, a men's necklace. Okay. Rewind. This is just changed altogether. I saw this and I put it down and it just like sang. It just turned. So yeah, that's becoming a necklace. And I'm sure you know who for. So let me get some more wire, which is just out of my reach right here. So let me grab it. I've been testing a bunch of different kinds of, oh man, I sat there and told you guys I didn't have gold wire yesterday, and that's why I was using bead tips, and I just found gold wire. Well, this is gonna have gold, so we'll do it. So, this is permanent colored wire by Benacraft. So there was 15 yards. It is 0.018. I think it's more of like this obviously is over some kind of steel, like center. Because I don't know how long this is going to be, because I will likely finish it up. Like I might even put one of these and then this is where I connect the leather, or this is getting saved for later. But, okay, so now I don't know that we will use any of these. I could be wrong. I could come in and pull up either the topaz drop. No, I'll probably just stick with the tiger eye or the bronze eye. If it's the bronze eye, I could easily put this with it. I'm just not sure that I like the way that combo works here. So I'm just going to, I need to find, oh, I'm like, why can't I find the lid to that? Because it's upside down in storage. Okay, so there still might be another thing, another part of this. I also have a bunch of antique brass findings from the box, and then I also bought extras after the Bargain Bead Box companion bundle was put out. So yeah, I'm trying to see what other things I have over here. I do also have some English cut tiger eye that I've got to pull out because it's English cut tiger eye. Like, you have to, right? Right? I think that right. Okay. I'm not going to take these off my mat because I don't want them to go far in case my brain figures out a way to make them work. But I do have multiple spacers and stuff. I have some cream petrified wood beads, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna wrap this. But first things first, I just want to see what this looks like, the pattern I have in my head, if it looks okay actually on the wire. Don't fall off the wire. Or if it's gonna look like way too dainty. And I should have started with the tiger eyes so I could see in between. Okay. Quinn, no bark. Sorry. We have mama's litters, so you know, they get. She's literally standing guard at the bedroom where the well box is. That's why she was scratching on that tile outside my office. See, no, I think even that would be cool, but I think even better, which I know you're going to agree with me in just 2 seconds. Choo, choo, choo. Yeah, the English cut. Oh, it's going to be such a cool design. I'm so bummed I only have 4 of these. I've got to figure out how to space them out a little bit or not. It doesn't have to be a long necklace. And I can always start with and end with the tiger eye. Wait, why does this one look so much bigger than the others? Oh, I guess it doesn't. Maybe this one just looks smaller. Yeah, this one is like smaller than all the other ones. So put that over there so I don't forget that and try to incorporate it. I'm wondering even if we were to do something like do the small gold spacer ball and then this tiger eye and then put some type of spacer in between it and then go backwards. Like, hold on, let me see what gold spacers I have. I could use those. They're very. I also have corrugated spacers over here, but of course the ones I'm drawn to are those, which are not going to fit. I might be able to get it to stay centered. It would just depend on how I did it, but I think that I'm trying to figure out a way to use these spacers. I've had them for a while now, and I just think they're awesome. Oh, that would be a handsome. It just looks like a bundle of wire that went around. Come on, camera. Please focus. Sorry. This is a little bit more stiff, but, and I thought the tiger tail was going to be the same. Come on, I want you to focus right here. Okay, well, I hope you can. It just looks like you wrapped a bunch of wire around a like pail, making like in the same size, and took it off and then squished it and it became a permanent source. I might even swap out the little gold spacers because I have these hexagon ones that I like. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do this because I really would like to use those. But how do I do a pattern with that up against it? And still, I would have to probably put some seed beads in the middle because I don't even think gold tubing would be enough. And then does that become the focal maybe? And that's where those start. Like that. I like that. I like that the wood bead, and this is a very good quality wood bead, you can tell. It's so soft and smooth. It's got even staining. It's a very nice bead. I only point that out because I bought wooden beads that were expensive and not at all worth it. So, but I am going to go ahead and cut this off as if it was for a bracelet, but I may end up doubling it. So I just grabbed enough for 2 lengths. Oh, wait. I forgot what my husband wants me to try making, and this is the perfect bead to hide the knot in. But he wants me to try making a stretch bracelet that looks like it's not a stretch bracelet. So it's there, but the knot is covered in a bead tip. And then there's a standard clasp on it, but he doesn't have to use the clasp to put it on. So I don't know if he heard about it when he went down to like Bernie's and somebody said something about it in there, but he heard the idea and now he's like dying to have it. Okay. Sorry guys. Let's see here. I have some 1mm stretch magic right here. Eventually this little stacker thing will be right to the side of me. So it'll be easier for me to get things out. So I'm going to grab some 1mm tiger eye. I mean, stretch magic. Goodness, 1mm tiger eye. Could you only imagine? Goodness. I'm going to cut off the bit where I had it stuck in here to keep it from unraveling. I always cut that out so there's not a weak point. Obviously, we are going to stretch this. Normally I do 2 layers, but this is 1mm stretch magic. So I always try to wrap the ends around a finger and pull like that. You got all curly. And pull like that to make it easier. All right, so this went from it's gonna become a bracelet, a necklace too. I'm only gonna use 2 of these on the necklace. So then if this is the center bead, then we would have these 2 awesome freaking spacers that I am completely obsessed with. Wondering if I shouldn't put at least a few seed beads down there, or I wonder if these cream seed beads would fit inside. Let's see. So that if it, like, there's also a really dark color in here too that I could use. Okay, will this fit inside of there? Not that way it won't. Let's see about the other side. Because I think the other side's hole is just a little bit larger. No, 8OC beads will not fit into these. So I need to try to find some 11s once I get these picked up. This is one of my favorite bead mixes that Danielle Wicks has ever come up with. It goes with Red Creek Jasper so beautifully. I need to reach out and find out how I can get more of those because I really do like those. Okay, so then let's go ahead and try these. Oh my gosh, these 11 Delicas. My problem may be getting them on the elastic. Come on, I just need 2 littles. I'm looking over here. I don't know how I would do it because I'm using the 1mm stretch magic. I wonder if I can get some bead tubing over this. If I could at least get that, I would feel better. That it's not going to be lopsided because of it. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to make these projects or my videos not last as long, but sometimes my creativity goes one way. So let me figure out where my bead tubing is, and then I will try to figure out this design. I'll come back and I will show you, and we will go through the process of taking it from a stretch bracelet into a clasp bracelet when we come back. One moment. Okay, we're back. Kind of. Sorry. I had music going on my phone. I don't want any copyright issues. So I had to take the phone off the screen. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're back. Right now this is coming out to like 6 and 3/4. And I think 7 3/4 is the right wrist size for Steve. So this is what we're going to give it a go. We're going to do a good stretch one last time all the way down just to make sure that there are no weak parts, no weak points at any point in this bracelet. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Yes. Okay. But I don't need these. Yeah, I don't need those. Okay. So, like I said, let me double check that and make sure I don't need to put another something or other on. Do I put an 1/8 on? Or just put the only reason I'm like, oh, I don't want those on is because then there's the bead tip that's round, which is a different shape than the spacers. And if I put an 1/8 tiger eye on both sides, I'm afraid it might, well, it'll be okay. If not, he's married to a jewelry maker, so it can always be restrung. It's not that serious. It's just I like the whole odd number thing. So, which it's probably still an odd number in one way or another, but between the stretchers. Oh, I couldn't figure out why this wasn't working in these beads, and it's because this also fits in the wood bead as well, so it was sliding. So I had to stretch the heck out of this and then cut off the end and feed it on while it was stretched out. So yeah. So, oh, I was gonna put another one on. Yeah. One more of these, one more bead. I could probably get away with putting a 9th on either side quite easily. But I don't know. I feel like that's me being silly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You already put an 8 on that one. And an 8 on that one. Okay, let's test it again and see if I do in fact need to put another bead on. Okay. Oh, no, we're good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're like right at 7. So I'm not going to add any more beads on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my standard knot. I'm just going to slide the bead tip on before I do so. So then I'm just going to stretch this one more time. I'm going to go around once and twice. Just going to make a surgeon's knot. I'm going to pull it good. And then I'm going to make one more because it doesn't look like a very big knot. Now I've got to try to. I should have my tweezers out to make this right. There's actually some like right there, but no, I didn't get that knot on top of the other one because I'm being stubborn and silly. Okay, let's see here. I don't see my beading all, and that's gonna annoy me. I'm just gonna try tying, like going around and around and around to make it a bigger knot. So there's twice, 3 times. Let's hope. I think my hubby just got home. So we might get to hear his reaction. Okay. And then I'm going to put GS Hypo in this knot. I think that like GS Hypo just does not like me, guys. There's glue on my mat right here because this puppy fully closed kept gushing glue all the way down. My dogs are going crazy. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, they settled down. Well, for a moment. Now Cooper's going again. Now Dad's telling. I'm gonna cut off the excess. Well, I'm gonna try to cut off the excess. Will you please just come off? There's glue dripping on my mat again. This glue does not like me. I don't know what I ever did to it. It just does not like me. There is glue everywhere. Maybe I should leave it down there because it'll keep it from making it be loose or whatever. Okay, so then we're gonna pull everything down and we're gonna repeat the steps, only we want to make sure that we don't stretch this so tight that hopefully that'll not leave the same glue spots as the other did. Okay, where's the container with the mix of supplies and gold? Because I need a clamshell. Can't tie the knot until I have a clamshell. Where? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Huh. Where is it? I have all these stackers right here. But they've all been like swapped out one for another so that things get out of place or in a different position in something, and then where you're looking isn't where it is anymore. If that makes any darn sense. And I know if I pause the video to look for it, it's going to appear the second I do. But I am truly not seeing it. So hold on just 1 second. Okay, so Steve indeed was home, and guess what? I don't need the 8th bead, so I have to reknot this cord now. Good news, bad news, Sitch, you know what I mean? So, again, I'm just going to go through that twice. Oh, I forgot to put the clamshell on. Heather? I like the 1mm for men's jewelry because it's stronger, but it's also really thick, so it makes it hard. I'm gonna restretch this again. Because again, I just want to make sure there are no weak points. Okay, so we're just gonna go through once, twice, 3 times. My lady. No, I'm not laying on truth, sorry. So we did like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Pull the knot together, very strong. I know it's hard for you to see, but it's a nice thick knot now, because basically all that does is it keeps getting longer and longer, the knot does. And it also like comes back up on itself. So it's a good thing to have. I'm afraid I may have clogged I used a piece of toilet paper. See, this is the catch-22. I want there to be glue in here, but like if I squeeze it, even the littlest bit, it's just gonna start filling up everywhere. It's okay though. We will figure this out. And yep, there it goes all over my mat. I'm hoping I didn't put too much. Okay. And I got to do all of the lining up right now because there is glue in this. So we need to make sure. Okay, there we go. Slide it down. And now here's the fun part. We get to do all of that again. But on we have to try to get the knot in the right place this time around. Okay, I'm gonna put a lid on this because it is indeed just going everywhere. And I do better with this glue than I do other glue because this is more rubbery. A lot like the glue that you use when you have surgery and stuff. Okay. I need my awl, or I have this little crochet hook, but the thing is then it's a hook, you know. You know what? I'm just gonna grab, that's 20 gauge. Where's this one? This one 18 gauge. Yes, I'm gonna grab a piece of 18 gauge wire, and I'm just gonna use that for my awl, or to get the knot where I want it to go, basically. So we're gonna put our other clamshell on. I need to order more of these. You guys just about clean me out of them. So much so that I had to take this from inventory. Come on. See, this is the only thing about using 1mm. I have to stretch that all out and then cut off the part that didn't stretch. Ow. What snapped me? There we go. So then we're going to move that down. And then we're going to start our knot. And I think I did it 5 times on the other end. So there's 2, 3. I think it was actually 4. But it's okay. 4. We're then going to stick this piece of wire through the center of the knot. And we're going to start tightening the glue down, or the knot down. No. I wanted it tighter, down further than that. It's okay. It's stretched out right now, Heather. All right. Just making sure that's as tight as I need it to be before clipping off the excess. I'm putting a spot of blue. Ooh, I did not cut that down long enough or short enough. And I'm not touching the nozzle to the knot itself via the wire. So I put the wire end up against the like concavity within these. Okay, squeeze hard. Okay, so we have the glue secured. I just feel it on my shirt. Oh no, thank goodness. It's one of my brand new Gigi shirts that I got for Christmas. Okay, so we have put it together. I'll probably do another bracelet like this just to kind of like show the steps again. I really wish I could just like make the clasp like completely secure. It doesn't actually work that way, whichever, but that's not the case. I'm sitting here looking at my desk for jump rings that I know I pulled out. Okay, so I just want one small one on that side, and probably that's a little bit big for a faux clasp. So let's go for the 4mm. When I get my oval jump rings back in stock, I will likely swap it out for that, even though he's not using it as a clasp. But okay, where did that go? Hold on one second. Alrighty then. Okay, found what I was looking for. I have my small little ring, and that's the one that I'm going to attach the clasp with. Even if he's not using it the way that, this way to attach it, just in case, I still want it to be just as still strong, and I feel using a smaller jump ring makes it stronger because that's what Kelly Sutton says. So she's been doing this considerably longer than I have. So I'm just going to do it the way she says to and hope that it works. But this could be good. This technique is good for men's jewelry, for our jewelry. And I don't think that I would make a pearl bracelet like this without a second of hesitation. I think it will look really nice. You guys, I really like the way this one turned out. Yay. I needed a win tonight. I'm not sleeping well, so hoping that we get good news today and that things are better. So in this video, we started by putting together this beautiful necklace. I just love it. And then we have this gorgeous men's bracelet. And what is the measurement? 7 3/4, which is what my baby wears. So there we go. Okay, now if we want to make a necklace that matches this, in order to do so, I would like to have, okay, there's 3. Okay, I was like, I want to have at least 4 of them so that when I put these on the like strand, I have one for either side, which is similar to this. So, except for this will go down into bronzite. And then we will use the tiger eye as an accent to the bigger bronzite wires. Unless I change that. I did just find some, I don't know how these are not put away. These are some of my favorite gold spacers. They're not just flat disc spacers, they're like diamond cut on them. You guys, there's a good chance that this bracelet might get remade. And then again, I'm like, it's okay. I think that it can be different. Even if we use these somewhere on the necklace, all we need to do is look how the light just dances on those. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's from the fan. So I'm gonna pull those out. Don't want anybody to have a seizure from the flash, but you can see why these puppies are one of my favorite spacers. I originally bought them for men's jewelry, and then I was like, those could be for us too, but I like to use them in men's jewelry a lot. Okay, so here we go. What are we gonna do? Okay, so we have this, but how do we want to do this? This is drilled, but I kind of want it to not look like it's drilled. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like at the bottom, do like a fold over where like the front, I do some kind of design and then there's a straight point at the back. And then I make the loop at the top for it to go onto the necklace. I'm also going to have to start by stringing this on something other than leather, and then I'm going to connect the 2 pieces. And this is something else I'm going back and forth with. This may just involve another bracelet because, like a secondary one, because I think that would be an awesome leather bracelet to have like the knot, and I might even do the knot instead of it just encompassing one of those. I would almost go like this so that it goes through both. I just know I'm not quite sure that's possible, but I'd like it to be. Or if I can't like weave the leather, you guys, how cool would that look? Okay, I gotta try it real quick. So just in case I cut this off and decide to keep it, let's measure this so that I can tell you, hey, this was too short, this is too long. Okay, so this is 12 inches. I think I'm gonna go to 24. Yeah, I'm gonna go to 24. I'm going to cut that. I'm gonna pull the gear. I'm gonna take the gear. And I kind of think it does need to start from in the center. And then it can just go up and it can go around at this point now. And if it doesn't look good when I get done with this first thing, then we can always take off the center point. like if we want to keep it. But it would also be good if we could, because then I can just weave right over the top of the string that, like the string that's hanging out on the back. Okay. Up, down, but it's not swapping. Okay, so then I need this to go through. I'm trying to figure out how to like get these all situated, because I'm gonna need these tighter than what they are right now. It's just the way it's gonna be. But I really did want to be able to weave over the top of the excess, but it's good. We'll be okay. Gonna have to use it to tighten it. Look, it looks like I'm gonna have to use it to tighten as well, so it's fine. So I can get as many layers as I like through these little gear holes. And I hope I haven't been off camera this whole time. You can see I'm just going around and around and around. I don't like the way the one in the center is making it look. So I will more than likely take that out of the center and then just kind of poke it wherever I can. Okay, come on. I gotta get a little bit tighter. I'd like to get 4 passes through, but I might only get 4. But think, if you end up, we end up liking this technique, what I could do is I could barrel knot a loop around this so that it would hang down like that. Look how cool that looks. I like it. I like it a lot. So here's 3 all the way around. And now I just want to go a 4th time, ideally. I'm going to help by pulling that out now. I'm just going to try to tighten them all up just enough, wiggle them in. I don't want it to be, maybe I don't need to go another time. If I pull this out. I don't know which loop this is. Is that one? Okay, so I should have been pulling it tight the whole time. I might have to play around with this a little bit, but I'm also thinking that a different leather would look better. Like if I use this reddish leather, because it would pop more. So, but 24 inches was way too much. Way, way, way too much leather. There's 12. Yeah, there's 18 inches here still. So it only took me 6 inches to go around this 3 times. So there's that. But let me get back to the bracelet. Sorry, my bad. I kind of want to do this in copper, but I can't because I already started. I mean, I can, but I already started in gold. So for continuity, I would want to stay in gold. I know I'm gonna end possibly with one of these, like I said, or like up top, and then the leather will then connect around the back of the neck or whatever. I just have to decide if I want to do knotting to make it a thicker cord or just leave it the way that it is. So that will be another decision that needs to be made. Okay, let's see here. I gotta start, right? So when I said that I wanted to start with, I don't know if I want to just put this through, decide which side I like better, decide which side I want to be the top. I like this side better. Okay, so the easiest way to do this would just be to fold this up and under the stone itself and then anchor that around here. And then I can make the loop and some simple design. So I think I'm going to do that because I know that there have been people asking for wire work. Oh, I probably should measure this for you guys first. Sorry. I have 9.5 inches here. Okay, where's the favorite? This is not that they don't both shimmer and shine. It's just I gotta decide which one. Alrighty, pop it up there like that. And then all you're gonna do is keep this one straight. You're gonna bend this one down. You're going to hold it to keep it steady. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. Once we're done with the rest of this design, then we can, if it's still too loosey-goosey like this in the back, I'll show you how we'll fix that. It's a very easy fix. So, and I mean like a very easy fix. Okay, so now we have this. Let's go ahead and bend our wire right at the top of the other wraps because we're going to come down and wrap around it a second time. Because of that fact, I am going to do a 2-looped bail so that the wire wrap doesn't look so much chunkier than the bail itself. So I'm actually, I'll go ahead and do it with this one. So I'm going to do it on the 2. So I'm going to go around, rotate my pliers, come up. This is the tricky part. You got to open your pliers and then bring this back down and you're going to pull it behind and then you're going to wrap. And I'm only going to wrap as many times as is necessary to get my wire back here. Now, when it's a more feminine look, I spread these so it kind of looks like a butterfly. I don't do that as much when it's for a men's design. I just tend to leave them together a bit more. Here, where did it go? You guys, axe time. Oh my goodness. Your girl is getting a better camera one way or another. Okay, so there it is. It's and now I don't want to do like some really extravagant like loopy loop. If anything, this is almost giving me, oh, I forgot to hit it again. I'm sorry. It's just giving like a varied path, and that's just the shape that the wire took from the way I was wrapping this. And I actually love it just the way it is. That's so crazy. I have never had that happen. Okay, so I'm gonna come behind and I'm gonna hopefully be able to tip up the initial wire enough that I can get this down and underneath and still keep the shape on the front that I really liked, because it literally looks like a path in the woods or a path, whichever. And I want to keep it looking like that. Plus, it kind of mimics the twist. And if you see, I'm just taking my thumbs and kind of like moving them along so it goes back in to that it's a very simple line. And I'm going to leave it just like this because it looks very natural. The only thing that I am going to do is I'm going to hold these and try to, there we go. Okay, that looks better. It looked like the wire didn't belong up there. So I was just like altering it, and I took the last and I tucked it up under the wrap above it so that it would hold. And then this one, I'm gonna do basically the same thing. I'm just going to kind of wiggle this, and I'm gonna wrap it. And I think that's gonna be good. Except I don't want to see both lines on the bottom. Okay. Do I need to go under again? I just might. Okay. We are going to cut that. I will use probably my rotary tool later. Ooh. I love it. It's just like simple elegance. I'm not going to lie. I am tempted to pull out some 28 gauge wire and wrap it around that. I also may start with leather, go to beads that are like it would be different sections that we then all put together, and then went back to leather, possibly with like another pass. Okay. Let's see. I know where my 28 gauge wire is actually. Let me grab it real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I have it right. Oh, okay, I have it right here. I'm just pulling off some, probably way more than I need, but that's how it is when I'm going to like start it by wrapping it around the bottom wire so that the anchoring isn't like as visible. I want it to be like as neat looking as possible. So I'm just using my tool to get that started. This is the front. Okay, so now this should be quite secure. I'm going to take it back down and around so that the other part of the wire knows that it's supposed to be like the front one. Okay, and then I'm just going to sit here. That's how Linda does it. From Gumnut Lane Jewelry, she just sits there. Oh, oops, I almost had a kink before I ever got started. Okay. So here we go, please. Everybody say a little prayer. This isn't going to mess up the beautiful curves of this wire. It's just going to wrap around it. No kinks. To let it be embellished. Because I really, really, really like the way the wire looks. There seems to be like two curves in this wire. It's not helping that there are things that it can get caught on. So, but I keep my finger and then slowly just come up so that I don't get a kink. And then I wrap. Okay, come on. Okay, because the other wire jumped to the lead instead of staying behind. I'm just having to, I squished it down again just to make sure. Come on. I can get my fingernail into it. I don't want to mess with it so much. Oh no. Oh goodness. It's all right. It'll be all right. I'll be able to squish it back down. Everybody, like I said, just please. I know once I can get going, like I don't know why this other wire. Is it just going to be one of those things where this, like if I take it off camera, so you guys don't have to watch me sit here and struggle, like, can I hope it just starts going? Because right now, it doesn't feel like it's wrapping around it. It just feels like I'm wrapping it and then it's going in a circle and pulling it out from one side. What the heck? Okay. This is going to be something I take with me to the doctor's office to play with while I'm waiting. So you'll know when I get back whether it worked or not. And I will show you the results. See you in a bit. Okay, I want to show you what I did. It turned out I messed up the bail when I was trying to wrap the wire. So it messed it up. So before I do the loops for the bail and stuff, or even anchored it the way that I showed previously, I went ahead and I wrapped this wire all the way down in 26 gauge wire. There's about almost exactly 2.5 inches of wire wrapped around the metal, and I figure I'll just do the bail now, and then once I've gone around this twice, I can just pull this down, or pull it this way, actually down this way, and anchor it on the bottom like I did last time. So that's the goal. Wish me luck. I'm trying to figure out exactly the best way. Oh, I remember. Okay, so we folded it directly over. And I am still going to use a 2, the second step. So I'm going to go down around, rotate my pliers, bring it up. I'm going to open the jaws. I'm going to bring it back down, back around, just like that. I'm then very carefully going to wrap around the previous wire wraps until I feel that they are sufficiently wrapped. Okay, I need to put my pliers back in there because I want to kind of roll this bail back just a tad. Okay, and then I need to go around one last time. And then this is where, sorry if I was off camera. And then this is where we want to push the twisted wire up so that as soon as it comes down from where the bail is, we can start kind of very organically shaping it. Like my husband really liked how natural it looked last time. This time it may not have like the same curvature. I'm trying to make it do it, but you know, that's what happens when you try to imitate a process that happened naturally the time before. But do you see how beautiful it is, though? At least in my opinion. Um, it just it just highlights the stone so well. So I'm really happy with it. I do have some extra here that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to deal with. I don't know if I should push it up closer to the top. Actually, I do think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, how I don't mess anything up though. Okay, right like that. Come around. It's okay. And then I'm going to try. The wire right here at the end is making it very hard to like bend over the end. So that's all I'm struggling with, but it's okay. Then I'm going to come to the back. I'm happy with where the twisting starts up here because it starts right from the side. And I could even make it go like across and then come down, but I love the shape I'm getting right here, right now. So now I'm just going to take my pliers and try to get up in under this wire, not so much to mess up anything, just enough to get the tail of your wire through there and then slowly pull it through without ruining the curvature of the wire as it goes down. Love it. Okay, so it is on here. No, I don't want it like that. I want it more pronounced. Okay, there we go. Now we should just be able to Okay, sorry if you didn't see that. It's one of those times when you just have to hold it in your hand to get like the right leverage and such. My curves kind of I'm happy with that. Now, I'm good with this part here. Though I am going to try to go up and under one more time, and then I'm going to cut it right at where it comes out from the bat underneath the wire so that there's less of a chance that there will be anything to be poked by. Okay, check our curves one more time. I'm loving it. So now I am going to put my bail pliers back on here, but that is more. Oh, there we go. Hold that right there while I have it tight. Yes, then it comes around even more. Having the bails and the plier just, ooh, even prettier. Okay, so I'm leaving the bails in here because here's what I'm going to do. There is still quite a bit of wiggle room, and I don't want the S curvature on the front or the S like. It's not meant to be his initial, but I don't even know if he'll like this. We'll see. He might want it. He might not want it. That's fine. But there is still some movement in the front, and I would like to lock that down the best way I can. So in order to do so, that's a really okay, there we go. That's better lighting. Let me zoom in this way. And I hope I'm not like, I'm just wanting to show you to the best of my ability how we do this. So, okay, this is the side that is not stretched. Here is where I wrapped it around the bottom. I came up and then back under the wire, and then I wrapped it 3 times right there. There is still movement. Like I keep saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do little adjustments like that. And you can do as many or as few as you need to tighten just a little bit more. But this is why I'm keeping the bail making pliers on, because I don't want my bail to be distorted during this process. I'm also trying to keep it there. So I'm going to do one more little curl there and one more there. I'm going to see there's no movement happening whatsoever now on the front. Like I can't, yeah. It's on there and on there good. Okay, now, you guys, I might not want him to want it. This is just, this is like the most intricately wired thing that I have done. I have done figure 8 wiring before, but as far as like coming up with what I wanted to do, doing it and having it result in this is awesome. I'm so excited, and I hope that it encourages you to give it a try. It wasn't a hard process. The hardest part was just the finickiness of, I don't even know if that's a word, I'm sorry. It is a word. It's a very technical term, finicky. I don't know what I even just said. It was very finicky when I was holding it and trying to do things, and things were wanting to flip and change. So here is my recommendation. If you want to do something similar, wrap it first. If you're able to, for the design you have in mind, wrap it first. Then go ahead and put it on your stone. I would do a dry fit, meaning that go through the whole process to figure out how you want it to look, what the approximate measurement's going to be. Obviously, I had extra coils on mine. I could have done less, but I do like that there's not plain wire visible when you look at the front before the wrap starts. So, like I said, I'm very happy with it. I just think that it's beautiful. I need to stop messing with it before I mess up what I did. Dang it, Heather. Okay, there we go. We're back. Anyways, I did have extra like wire here, and I was afraid I was like gonna have to pull it down to the edge and guesstimate. But again, I like that it went all the way under the initial curve. It did stop there. Not many people are going to be looking at the bottom of this. I'm going to have to put this in the tumbler, though, I believe. I'm going to ask Linda what she thinks, if this should. And just so you know, I'm so tempted. I thought I had one more of these and went looking for it, and I couldn't find it. If I can find it again, I may make myself a similar one. The only difference that I would probably do is I would use the actual bronze wire. I wasn't using the bronze wire because I wasn't confident enough in my skills. And I like the way this turned out so much that I don't want to redo it because that was a lot of work. So I could save this and use it as French wire, which is another alternative to using a wire guardian. That will be in a video later this year, I promise. As I said earlier, normally I would bend these out further because we have the little crisscross and they look like butterfly veils. But being as this is a more, it's not even that it's masculine, because I would wear this. I'd wear the heck out of this. I think it's so beautiful. So anyways, we've been at this for an hour and a half. Because this has to go through the tumbler before I can finish it. I'm going to go and I'm going to make the links like we discussed earlier, how I'm going to want leather, which this is too thin for what I want. That's too red too. So I need to find my 2mm really dark brown leather. It should be right here. Because I don't want, like, I have 3mm, but it's too red. I have gray millimeter, because I have the cord ends that will fit 3mm. So I don't know. Maybe I will just, wait, what did this come from? Okay, I don't know what this came from, but it's not part of that. Okay. Looky, who got lucky? If you guys could see the condition of this drawer, you'd be like, lucky, it's just a mess. Yeah, I know. But I came up lucky today. Oh, that's a cord. I was like, when did I just picked up a cord? It was like, when did I buy 5mm black leather? I didn't. That's not true. I do have some somewhere that I got because somebody wanted to make their spouse something. I don't remember the exact circumstances, but okay, chill out. Okay, so let me come back out and walk you through what I want to do with this. So this has to be tumbled, so that's gonna have to wait. I want to create some kind of leather bail here, whether it be with barrel knots or if I slide the leather through and do a cat's paw knot. I wonder what that would look like in a bail. Huh. Let me think about it, because I would literally have to go, and I am a little trepidatious about trying this and having it screwed up, which is the last thing I want. Because you're supposed to do it kind of like a lark. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Barrel knots it is. I'm not 100% sure about this leather though. So I might have to get some good leather to finish this up with. I have some in the 3mm that would look very nice. This is the gray. I do have brown. This leather is not from Leatherford, USA. I'm not quite sure exactly who it's from. This leather came and was, it may still be a little red for my liking. See, I don't like that. So I'm going to have to either order some off of Amazon or from, not only off of Amazon because it'll get here faster. I don't hate the gray. Like the gray, I'm not against the gray because it does have a brownish tone to it. But also with the 3mm, I would be stuck ending them like this each time, and then the wire section would go and then this would go again. I'm okay with that. That is not a problem to me. So let me make sure my 3mm leather does indeed fit into this, because you have to get it inside. It's supposed to. So let's see if this actually fits. I might have to do, it is in there. I might just need to do a roof cut, a diamond cut, an arrow cut. It's called all of those things. Because the more I twist it, the more it's going to damage the leather itself. So, and what I mean by that is that I would simply just, I'm sure you figured it out on your own, but Heather, why are you using those? Those are not going to give you the clean cut you want. And I could even just do, that didn't either. There we go. And then you go the other way, and you have a roof pitch or an arrow or whatever it is you want to call it. Okay. I don't want to sit here and twist it on though. But I need it to get up high enough that it's in this middle slot. So I think ordering some 2.5mm leather is going to be the way to go. It'll ensure that these 3mm ones go on. If it is a thinner 2.5mm, that's fine, because I have this is 2.5mm, so I'll be good to go there if that's a problem. I'll probably still use the 3 though, just to make sure that it's in there really good and snug. But then once I do this to where it's going to attach, and like I said, I might wire up some more like this and then like do a section. So here's leather, then beads, and then maybe the next leather pieces or even these ones also get wrapped with twisted wire. I do happen to have a wire gizmo that I can use to get this really thin. I did all this by hand today. So I didn't use the wire gizmo. Well, because I would have made it on something differently and put it and then slid it onto the wire, and it wouldn't have been as tight as I wanted. So then when I would have been bending it or whatever, it wouldn't have had the same effect. It wouldn't have been the same ball. So, but you can do that. And so French wire is literally just itty bitty coiled wire that you put your stringing material through, and then you crimp, having all of this beading wire protected by the French wire. Hands down, not once, not twice. I'm telling you guys right now, hands down, French wire is the way that I would go for this. So, over Wire Guardians, I prefer it so much more. So, sorry. It's actually the next day. I just got home from my appointment. So, I'll just give a little update. They removed the drains because I had a reaction to the second antibiotic. They've now called in a third. So, and I have to go back next Monday afternoon as well. So that's what's going on with me. And if I look a little pale, that's why. But I think that's all. I finally did get to sleep at like 3:30 when I went and laid down again. And I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video because I know I had a bunch of ideas that I talked about that have like escaped me now. But I really think that that would look cool. And I think I might even just, I wish I could use this gray leather because it's not just like a gray, it's like a brownish gray. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't get to use it nearly often enough because I don't like my options for how to end it. Because I would want to make sure that it was secure, but also wouldn't want to damage the wire or alter the shape of the leather. If it's round, I want it to stay round. I don't want it to be squished or compacted in any way. So that is where I'm going to end it today. I hope you all enjoyed this. I am going to play around and see if I can't find that other piece of bronzite because I really do like this. So, I will make sure that I show you this necklace as soon as it's finished. Like I said, I want to try to find the other one because I would love to do this in bare bronze wire and then like stick it in liver of sulfur. That would be amazing. So thank you guys for being here. If you wouldn't mind liking this video, leaving me a comment, let me know what other content you'd like to see. Maybe share the link for other people in your life who like beads. If there's anything you need help with or would like a video that is dedicated to a technique, let me know that as well. I appreciate all of you guys watching today. Well, last night, today, tomorrow. You know how it goes. But until next time, guys, as always, happy beading.